for checking our videos here at CoreFit. This is one of my most popular requests when people travel for work or even vacation, but yet they want to keep their fitness levels up while they're gone. This is a list of a whole variety of exercises that could keep anybody busy, and all you need is a hotel room or a space literally this large to get through a majority of these exercises. And in fact, most hotels are going to offer some of the equipment that we can use here. So what we're talking about is tabatas. Tabatas are a really effective way of taking only 4 minutes and maximizing it to the potential of what might take you 20, 30, or 40 minutes to achieve in a different format of just long, slow endurance training. So when you do the tabata, it's number one, really important you do some sort of a warm-up. You can check our other videos on our page for some quick warm-ups to go through before doing the tabata. Otherwise, make sure you just practice that movement a few times, get yourself warmed up, a little bit of a sweat going is always a good thing before you do that exercise. So it's 20 seconds of all-out work. You're basically going to give 90 to 100% for 20 seconds, followed by 10 seconds of absolutely nothing. You're just going to try and let your heart rate drop for whatever it can in that 10-second time spot there. That's going to happen for a total of 8 rounds. So basically, again, that whole thing added up there is going to come under 4 minutes by the time from start to finish. 8 total rounds. So I put it together here in a couple different categories for you. So if you want to focus, big thing, I want to work on my arms. 2 good exercises here. There's a lot more you can plug into these Tabatas. These are just a few of my favorites that I think work really well for the Tabata format. So push-ups. Going through push-ups, you can do them from your knees, from your toes, start on your toes, then finish on your knees. You can even make push-ups easier by doing them on something elevated. I'll show you in a second. Hand release push-ups. I'll demo this one for you in just a minute. For the leg category, I think squats and rocket squats. I'll demo those rocket squats for you. Abs, the bicycle exercise, sit-ups, and butterflies. These are all demoed on some of our other videos you can check out on our page. A full body category, so you want to hit everything. Burpees are going to get that for you. The assault bike, so some of you guys know this, an Airdyne bike is basically the same thing here, where you're on a bike and you're just pressing and pedaling at the same time, so you're getting your upper body involved as well as your legs. It would definitely fall into our heart and lungs category, and so would our rower. So being on a row machine and pulling and rowing as hard as you can for 20 seconds, getting your 10-second break, all 8 rounds. Specifically in our heart and run category, again, this is more like your hotel version. Gym, you're going to generally find some sort of a bike you can sit on, whether it's a recumbent bike or a spin bike. You can make both of them work, as well as the elliptical. Either one of those, you just need to make sure you program it up to a level you cannot overpower. Generally, about a 10 on a bike fits that category for most people, and most bikes, they're not all the same. And an elliptical, a 10 or usually just a little bit higher than that will do the job. You just don't want to go into a free spin. You need to feel that resistance, but be able to keep your legs moving fairly fast during the 20-second work period there. Also running, you can just get outside and push yourself for a hard sprint for a 20-second period, and then come down to a very light jog for 10 seconds, or even coming all the way down to a stop, which is going to take you 5 seconds if you're sprinting to gradually slow down safely, and then pick it up again for the next round. So let's talk about a few of these exercises. The first one, I mentioned doing push-ups. To make push-ups a little bit easier, you can use an elevated platform. So whether it's the counter, the back of the couch, maybe the bed on the hotel room, you can get yourself up and get your push-ups like this, which is much easier than doing your push-ups off of the ground. Okay? When you want to do your hand release push-ups, you're going to do this full push-up, but you have to come all the way down to the ground here. Next, you're going to pull your hands off of the ground, pinching your shoulder blades together, and push back into the ground, keeping your body tight so your chest, hips, and knees all come up off the ground at the same time. Your thighs, I should say. Your knees should never hit the ground here, unless you're pushing up off of your knees, which is fine if you need to be in that position, okay? Our rocket squats. Rocket squats are just like a squat, but we're gonna add 2 more elements to it. You're gonna sit down to a chair or a bench, whatever you have, pick your feet up, and then rock it off the ground. So we just need our feet to leave the ground here for each one. I'm not trying to jump as high as I can because I want to get a lot of reps in, but I am trying to move my body very fast on the upward portion of that squat. So those done for the Tabata are going to get your thighs burning for sure. The burpee. I want to show you the burpee. Burpees, you want to hit the ground with your entire body. You can do these for a tabata. They should be fairly fast. You're going to try and get as many in as you can for each set. So you're going to hit the ground, come straight down to the ground. Get your feet back underneath you, jump up off the floor, come back down again, and keep going through that exercise for that total of 20 seconds. All these exercises are really good to track the amount of reps that you do, so you can compare to when you start to fall off, your reps start to decrease, and your total reps that you do. Same thing on the bike and the elliptical or the assault bike or the rower. Track your total distance, a great way to measure how hard you're able to push for that short time period. You'll get a lot of benefits as far as calorie burn and endurance training goes, strength training, strength endurance. It's going to hit all facets of what you want to achieve as far as getting better fitness. Thanks for checking out our videos. CoreFitting.